I do too. And I like to smell their little feet. Oh.
Hey y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you can. 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me check and see. Make sure I'm added to the stage because y'all know I'm on some. This was an impromptu live. Okay, good. I see the ones. We are going to go ahead and hop into it, y'all. Let's see. All right. All right. Welcome, you guys. Welcome in the building. Oh, can
I'll be
y'all?
right back. I'll be right back, Denim. Check your,
Okay.
messages.
Okay. All right. I will. All right, y'all. Y'all know why this we came on this impromptu live tonight, right? Okay. Um, because I don't even know if y'all heard it. We just heard it, and I'm totally blown away. But this doo-doo dumbhead, Imma try my best not to curse, y'all. Imma try my best not to curse. But this complete and total idiot has doxed mail. Y'all, he has doxed mail. I am speechless. I can't even I'm speechless. Imma show y'all real quick what Don Michelle, Mel's manager, put out about 30 minutes ago, okay, y'all? I I'm You would think that this fool would have learned his lesson. You would think that he would not want to continue to dig this grave that he clearly wants to fall in. But I just don't think I don't understand it. So if y'all see what's up on the screen, Dawn put a post out about 30 minutes ago that says, "Thank all of you for your outpouring of concern and letting me know my client has been doxxed by her ex-husband by exposing her address. Trust me, the attorneys, and yes, that's with an S, okay, are on it. Please send me any other evidence of this horrendous act. How dare he expose and compromise the safety of their children, the Eminem kids?" Shaking my head. You know, y'all, and Tay is gonna join me in a second. But y'all know Tay is getting some of the behind the scenes juice, okay? And she's continuing to do a little bit of investigating before she pops up here with, with me with us. I mean, y'all, I'm speechless. What Who would do this to not only his ex-wife, but your children? This is yet another crime to add to his list of crimes. I am I just I don't know if any of y'all was in my video earlier. I was covering the Tasha K interview, and he had made me so mad when I watched it last night that when I rewatched it to review it, I actually had to laugh because that's how dumb this dude is. So I was more tickled at how stupid he was than anything when I was giving my review today, and I had gotten over being angry. But now I'm just completely shocked and I'm nervous and I'm afraid for Mel because when it's all said and done, when you start doing things that don't make sense, that means that mentally you're not there. I am I have a friend that has a lot of history and experience with dealing with a narcissist like Hotel Martel. Okay, he's allegedly a narcissist, right? Let me put my banner up. Um and I was going to bring her up and let her like give some of her information and tell her story. But we're going to talk a little bit about this doxing, and then I'm going to bring her up because she um she can she can shed a lot of light on this from a educational standpoint. All right, go ahead, Tay. What's T?
I see the document. It was one of the court papers
Okay.
that was posted, had all of her information on there,
And you know he did that on purpose.
where the four beautiful children reside.
Wow. Wow. So that's how he doxed her.
Also, that stuff he was playing is more
Mhm.
to it than that.
What you mean?
It's more footage.
What? W- Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. Are
So
you serious?
that's where we gonna leave it.
We're gonna leave it right there. So
But
thank God.
he posted a court document, and it has hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk about that. I'll be back.
Okay. Y'all heard this, and we getting it as it's, we again, because she's doing the research now. So I don't know how what y'all I don't know if y'all heard what Tay just said, but it's more to it than what we thought. Y'all, I am I'm just stunned, y'all. I really am. He needs to go to jail because he's not Mishi Love, Martel, doxed male. I heard it was her address, her phone number. I actually heard some bank information. I'm not sure. Um, all of this is not alleged. He actually doxed her. And the address to where the kids live, all of that. He doxed her. I mean, I'm rarely at a loss for words, but I'm at a loss for words, y'all, with this one because this dude will not stop. He will not stop. Let me get this. Let me try. I'm gonna get this link to my friend because while we are waiting on Tay, I really want her to come and give a little bit of background on kind of what we can expect from him because he's only probably gonna ratchet it up. You know what I mean? Like he ain't going to. Oh shoot, I made a mistake. He's not going to. This dude is not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop at all. He just ain't. And I know Mel got security. I know that she's covered. She's covered in prayer. She's covered by God. I know all of that too. But it's still, y'all, it's still, I don't understand how a person could do this to their own children. I can't. I just cannot. So let me take this down. Sorry, y'all. Got me all messed up. All messed up. Complete and total idiot. Let me read some of these comments. Okay. I'm bringing my friend up. Her name is What You Know. Welcome, What You Know. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, hello.
Hey, let me see. Can you turn your volume up just a little bit?
Let me see.
I can hear you pretty good. Let's make sure that the peeps can hear you.
Yeah, I hear echo.
Are you in here twice?
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
All right. How about that? That should
That's
work.
that's perfect. We hear you very well.
Okay.
So y'all, this is What You Know, and she had firsthand experience in dealing with a narcissist. Um First hand experience. Um
Unfortunately, I do.
what do you think about this? About him doxing her, about him going on Tasha K? Like, what do you think about Martell? Is he gonna stop?
No, he is not.
Ugh.
He is not. And the reason why we don't understand it and we can't comprehend it, because you have to be a person who lack empathy, and you also have to be a very manipulative person. So a lot of times when you are dealing with people who are disordered or maladaptive,
Mhm.
they will seek to any lows. They don't care. So it's shocking to us because we have empathy and we care. And but he's not going to stop no time soon. You're seeing someone who's unhinged, and unhinged mean because for a narc, they need to control every part of their environment, and it's because they are emotionally stunted, and I mean 12 and under. Think of
Mm.
12 and under. So if you have a toddler or a child that you are around and you ever go to play with them, they tell you how to play with them. They say, this is how we're going to play. And so, even though he appears to be, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I am not by any way doctor. However,
Mhm.
I've done enough research over
Yes.
the last few years to understand that they need to control every aspect of everybody's life. We are only players and pieces in their game of life to cope with how they internally feel, which is they do not feel good about themselves. They are never happy. They are never content. So that's why every day is a day to cope for them. But don't get it twisted. That does not mean that they should be abusing people. But that's why when you do find out who they are and they
Mhm.
show you, you have to leave them alone. Um, a lot of things that they use in their tricks, in their toolbox, is
Mhm.
gaslighting, love bombing, triangulating. Um, so if you meet a person and every day you just met, and we grow into relationships, but this person seems too good to be true. They're
Mhm.
mirroring you and giving you they ask you what you like, and they intentionally ask you what's the things you like, and what happened to your last relationship, so that they can control you. So basically think about your drug pusher, and then think about your drug counselor being the same person. So
Wow.
they hit you with all this feel good endorphins, and you are just the greatest person and the biggest person, and I love you, and we're going to future faking. we're
Mhm.
going to we're going to be happily ever after. You're going to be my wife, blah 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 blah.
Mm.
But however, one thing that they don't understand is that happiness is internal. To
Yep.
another, happiness for them is external. So it's what people do for them. It's what they get. It's the attention that they get, and they're very grandiose. A lot of them. Look at me. Look at
Mhm.
me. And
Mhm.
so what happens is they have a small attention span too. So say you're with a narc, and I can talk about the ones I was with. I'm with them. You know, you just met, things are going well, 6 months down the road, then you're like, hey, he's not doing the same thing he was doing, but I haven't changed anything and I haven't done anything different. But he's no longer telling me he loves me and telling me all the good things that he was telling me before. And then so you go from love bombing to devaluation, and that's what they call it. They're devaluing you. And
Okay.
then, so they don't like anyone. I need you to understand. They don't like anyone. Their kids, their parents, their siblings, no one. They don't like themselves.
So you telling me that the people that think that, well, he's still in love with Mel, or he just loves his children, all of that is a facade?
It is. They you in order to love, you have to have empathy. You have to be able to see this person as a person.
That's
And
true.
they cannot see you as a person. You are a you are a tool in their world. So think of
Okay.
their playing narcissists are playing this game of life. They're playing at the game of life, and you are the fucking ball that they use.
So you're basically an object to them.
You are an object. You are object. And it's like with your little kids with toys. You're only an object when they see you. If you when they go to work, when they
Mhm.
go out, they cheat,
Mhm.
they lie because you're not in their presence. They don't so they no longer think about you until they see you.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm,
And
mm,
their
mm.
primary goal is to get what they can get from you, whether it be a home, whether it be
Mhm.
money, whether say you one of you, either you DDM or you Tay, say you meet one, y'all have
Mhm.
all these subscribers, y'all
Mhm.
are have all of this attention on y'all, so they will date y'all for your attention because
Wow.
you know these people, and so then you're going to make me look good, and therefore I don't have to do the work, because if you sit there and you talk to one long enough, they're very surface, they're not in depth about anything, and they steal small pieces of people's persona to make them who they are.
So that would explain when he's like up there copycatting
Yep.
Mel and saying her phrases. And it's
Yep.
like, dude, like it's given obsession, but like you said, he's taking little bits and pieces from different people and making it into himself because he really is nothing, basically, is what I'm
No,
hearing.
he is so it could be genetic. It could be trauma that they had when they were young. And unfortunately, say kids are traumatized. Say you tell your kid every day, you're nothing, you're nothing, you're nothing. In order for them to cope mentally at that age emotionally, they turn their emotions off. And once you turn your emotions off, you are no longer able to turn them back on. That's why they could go and be get counseling, but then they would have to learn from the cues of the people of what they're doing, so they don't feel anything. And a person is dangerous that doesn't feel anything.
Wow.
So so he looks at he's mad because, and this is the thing, they treat you like shit. They
Mm.
treat you like shit, but get mad at you when you walk away.
And that's what's happening with him. He's
Yep.
mad at this girl because she don't want to be with him. It's been over 3 years, and he had that 3 year. He kept saying, "We'll be back together even if it takes 3 years." And I feel like this is the 3-year mark and he is effing losing it.
Because in the past, he's gotten her back. He's gotten her back. It may
Yep.
have been a break, and it may have been 1, 2, or 3 years. And then after the third year, she goes back. So he's like, what do you mean you're not coming back? You're not playing this part right. That is not what you were supposed to do. And I tell you, it's just that it's so, now most narcs, if it's hereditary, it could be that their parent was a narcissist. Because if you stay with one long enough, you will begin to exhibit signs of one. Now, I'm going
Mhm.
to go out here and say we all have narcissistic traits. It could be
Mhm.
ego. It could be a whole lot of things. However, it's when you check yourself and say, this isn't about me. And then you have emotions and it doesn't affect your daily life and it doesn't affect your job. That's when you know that you don't have, that you're not a narcissist. So I'm going to say it again. We all have narcissistic traits, but we're not
Mhm.
all narcissists. If you ever hurt someone and then felt really bad about it and really did not repeat that again,
Mhm.
then you are not an narc. If you have to
Mhm.
ask yourself, is it me? You are not, because they will never say it's them, and they will never ask themselves, is it me? In their story, they're the victim. They're the hero and the victim all in one. They're the
Yeah.
hero when it's going well, but then if it doesn't go well, they're the victim. They're the victim in everything. And if you hear a guy says, I'm never wrong, run for the hills. Because we're all wrong once in a while. No one
Right.
is always right. But if you hear someone say, I'm never wrong, or you hear a guy say, some people think I'm an asshole, run. Because he's an asshole. He's more than an asshole. You know what I mean? And
Yes. No, I know exact I'm telling you, I'm speechless, but you know, I'm speechless.
yeah,
I don't
it
even know what to say.
it's and I'm gonna say this too. It is the hardest thing to heal from. It is the
Yeah.
hardest thing to tell your friends about, because they don't, because to your friends, this person is just super duper attentive and he's
Mhm.
always here and he's playing he's the best man in the world or the best husband in the world, the best brother. So to
The
them, they
best
don't
father.
see how much they abuse you emotionally. And when a narc, because you have some that do physically abuse,
Right.
and then you have some that emotionally abuse you, and it all comes from abuse. And I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing to heal from, because everybody is like, well, what's wrong with you? Well, he's not an asshole, he's great. Oh girl, he loves you so much, because they know how to play the game. To them, it's like it's a game, and let me be the bestest boyfriend on the outside, because they only care what it appears to be. They don't care what
Right.
it is. So
Right. That's oh my goodness. Like you said, they know how to play the game. And until you are in a relationship like that, where somebody is manipulating you and gaslighting you, I know people use those terms all the time, but when you are actually in a situation where a person is doing these things to you, when they have love bombed you,
huh,
it it's painful. It's painful and it's really hard to heal from.
it is
Um,
very
can you
hard.
speak to that? Can you speak to the healing process,
So
like how hard it was for you and how hard it probably had to be for Mel with 4 kids and then with him publicly humiliating her
yep.
every chance he got?
So my narc, when I finally walked away, he tried to smear campaign me, calling me bitches online.
Mm,
I
mm, mm,
I
mm.
broke up with him, but he was online saying when I dump someone, because remember, they're always going to be the victim, and they don't want to appear to be. They don't want social media to know that they're the problem. So he was with someone else immediately after. Matter of fact, they were together, and this is another thing. While you're with them, they're with at least 2 or 3 other people. At least two
So
or
they
three other
so
people.
they're chronic cheaters, most of them.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
Okay.
are.
Okay.
So we broke up, and the next thing I know, he tripping with the new girl. Like, like I was a piece of trash on his shoe that he pulled off at the bottom and he threw away. Like the last 4 years did not mean a thing, and that's another thing. They are in multiple relationships at the multiple times at the same time. So you're sitting there because you were in love, but this person is incapable of loving you, even though at the time you don't know it. So of course you self-internalize and you think it's you. Oh my gosh. And then they keep you hyper vigilant. So you are always with anxiety because you don't know if today is a good day, and you don't know if we're going to get along today. And
Mhm.
then it was hard. It was hard for my friends to watch. It was hard for my
Mhm.
family to watch. I cried a lot because you think
I
it's
I
you.
I
You
actually
really
thought
think it's
that, we
something
was gonna have
from.
to sit outside the door like acrimony. I'm
Yep,
just I'm just saying, y'all, I'm
yep,
publicly admitting this is a friend of mine.
yep.
I don't know if y'all seen that movie Acrimony, but I thought we was gonna have to sit outside her door because she
Yeah,
was getting ready to commit a
because
187 on this dude, y'all. I'm
because
serious.
then you don't know what, like, you're so confused and you're so hurt, and you don't know from which day you're gonna wake up. Some days I was very angry. I was very angry, and I
Yes.
wanted to go looking for this person. I was very angry. I honestly, I'm going to tell you, no lie, this story. Woke up in the middle of the night and laid in the floor crying because
Mm.
I did not understand it. And because remember, my heart was still in this. My
Yeah,
heart
because you
was
still
still
love
in
them,
it.
and
So just because they don't love
people was
you,
telling you, "Get over it. Just leave him
yes,
alone. He did
yes,
you wrong. Just who cares? He ain't
yes.
this." And
And
she still loved him.
I
But
was
you
just
can't
like,
turn your emotions off.
my emotions doesn't are if you have empathy and you come from a place of love, your emotions does not turn off like a narcissist emotions, so because they don't have any.
Right.
So he was gone and I was stuck, and
Mm,
I was very hurt and very, and then to hurt me more, he was very public with the chick, the new chick, and what they were doing, and he never been in love till he been in love with her. They do that for two things. They do that to make sure that they can get control of the current person, and
mhm.
then to make sure that they are stomping on the past person.
Hey, child, it's crazy. Alright, we gon' just hang in there real quick with me, what you know. Tay, welcome back to the panel. Is there anything you wanna update us on, or we gotta keep it mute and cute?
Just we got to keep some mute, but just know shit is in works. It's being handled. It's being handled. They got them people
Oh,
involved, involved,
deeply
and not
involved.
and not and he ain't gonna be alone.
Woo, thank you, Jesus. Oh, I'm so happy because this has been, I mean, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
This shit is so fucking sick. Like this is beyond sick. Like this is be like this just unbelievable. Like for real. Like why would you do that?
Weirdo. Hey, Miss Diagnosis.
Hey Miss D, she in the chat.
Yes, she's in the chat. She is in the chat. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. What you know, Tay. Say hey, what you
Hey
know.
Tay. Hey, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, while you was gone, she was giving us some good like nuggets on what she had to deal with and how far her narc was going. And I mean, even still to this day, he still like hoovers her to try to get her to cause she went no contact because she don't have no kids with him, right? She went no contact, but he still does little things years later to try to hoover her to get her like in his space, or because they don't like what is it? You can explain it better, Tracy.
So one thing that a narc does is they're not happy. And so the first thing is they think they're unlovable. So if you are loving a narc, they already think you aren't no good anyway, because how you love me.
Right.
And when you decide to walk away, or whether they decide to put you on the shelf because they don't ever want to let you go, they just gonna put you on the shelf. You're supposed to wither and die.
Mm-hmm.
That because
Okay.
that self validates them to think I am somebody. See, I knew I was somebody. See, I knew. So if you don't die and you self heal and you go on to a very prosperous life, they are jealous and they are mad and now they want
They
to come
couldn't break
back.
you down.
Yes, and they try. So what they will do, one or two things. They will try to love bomb you again. And the last thing you have to do, the last thing to do is to give them the gun and the bullet to try again because they missed the first time. That's the first thing they're going to try to do. But if that doesn't work, then they are out to destroy you because they can't do what you've done. They cannot, they're not content. They can't be self-content. And how dare you grow from the concrete after I done stepped all on you? And you mean you still getting money? And you mean you still traveling? And you mean, oh my gosh, let me go back around. Because obviously I didn't do a good job the first time. So let me get you again.
Did y'all see the satisfaction in his face when he was like, she said she got a man, but yeah, now with 4 kids. Don't nobody want her.
Yeah. He was
But
completely
you.
satisfied.
And it was her, and they're his 4 kids.
Right.
And that's another thing that they want to do. They want to get you pregnant and want you to have kids with them so that they can continue
Had that tie with you
out
all
your
the time.
life. All
Tracy, I say this all the time. People think that women just trap guys with babies. That ain't it. They are doing the trapping.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. What
And
you
so,
know, what you know, what you know.
and then and now you got 18 years of more to deal with this person, and then they're going to manipulate your children and use them as pawns because remember they don't have any empathy, so anything is a player in piece for them, anything and anybody.
Wow.
Bridget, thank you so much for the $5. She said, "Happy Thursday, y'all. Just got here. Do I need my Tims and my Vaseline?"
And do.
So to
At this
everybody
point,
that's
I
just
think we
coming
beyond the
in,
Timbs and Vaseline. We need to.
we need the 187 on the undercover cop.
I don't
That's
know.
what we
It
need.
like, damn.
Listen, y'all.
Can you
Whoever's
believe
just
this
coming in
talk?
this, whoever's coming in the building, if y'all don't know what he's done, let us enlighten you. He have doxed his ex-wife, her address, her phone number, and I heard allegedly her bank stuff.
Which he
I'm
would
not,
he possibly allegedly obtained in the court case. Would they were going to court.
wow. Wow. That's crazy. That is absolutely positively nuts. So, what you know is a guest of ours, and she have been in a narcissistic relationship. And over the last few years, because it was so painful to disconnect from this individual, she did a lot of studying, a lot of educating on what a narcissist is, because in order to really alleviate herself of the pain he caused, she had to understand what she was working with and what she was dealing with. And doxing, for anyone that doesn't know, is when you publicly put out a person's personal information, such as their name, if they haven't stated it publicly online, if their address, if they have never listed their address anywhere online, and any other personal HIPAA type information, banking information, anything like that, phone numbers, anything that you have not listed online, and a person that knows it puts it out publicly for everyone to see. That's what and yes, it is illegal.
And
It is
you know
absolutely
how
illegal.
sick you gotta be to talk about kids in a group and stuff like that. Like that's a sign of a mental illness, right? So
Mhm.
for a person to like to get that dirty that they do about some of her kids in those groups and to
Mhm.
put that information out publicly, their fucking address.
Right. Yeah.
You know how crazy but he might not know how crazy they are because he's crazier than them. In
Yeah.
my
Like
damn
for real.
opinion.
Yeah. This is where your 4 children live half of the time, half of their life. And you going to put it out online, you mother plucker? How dare you? I said in my video today, if I ever came across him, that I would spit in his face. I think spitting in somebody's face is the most degrading,
Lowest form
disgusting,
of disrespect there is. That
lowest
means that
form.
you have like negative respect for a person.
And I can't even imagine myself doing it, but I actually can picture myself even hocking up a loogie and spitting directly between his eyes, because that's what I think of him.
Yeah.
And y'all, I don't condone violence. We don't condone violence over here, but he make you feel violent. He make you feel violent. Why are you doing all of this? You wanted to be with this bed bug, and she handed
Like you said, your
you.
other fucking woman, your other woman. Like you
Yeah,
kept reiterating that, your other woman. So now she's your only woman you claim, or you just not getting to know the motherfucker after fucking 10 years of her sorry ass existence. And now you just, now, yeah, my woman. But you notice he ain't start saying it like that until Tasha K was like, oh, I'm not editing nothing out.
right. Oh, I
Except
love
for that.
you, Slaw. It's absolutely disgusting.
And then gonna
I'm
try to issue a damn warning and bet not nobody else disrespected. Or what? She disrespect her motherfucking self. What you gonna do with her then?
I called her every name in the book and then said, "What you gonna do?" Tennessee girl, that part. She said, "I'm sure the Scots are sitting back and laughing. He's a fool," and is. They probably like, "You are the dumbest dummy on earth." They didn't have to do much to come in and really tear his whole world down. And he let them. He let them
Because that was their plan.
all
They
along.
had to separate them.
Yep. They was too
Just
powerful.
because that's something that they could never be.
That's it. That's all. And still can't. Even with them separated. Okay. You only dealing with one bad bee and you can't handle her. So together they were a force. But he was too dumb to realize it. Well, or too narcissistic, allegedly, and in my opinion.
Yeah, light bulbs gone out.
I just, my thing is, yes, this is a cautionary tale for all women, Cindy. I agree with you, because it's a lot of dudes out here like that. Like, it's a lot of people out here like that.
And she could have been much like Tracy too. Like Tracy just said, when you
What
in
you
that shit, you
know.
don't know that shit like that. This is sensitive information that she educated herself on after
Right.
she left. That's probably what Mel has done since she's left. When we in situations, we don't be knowing the motherfucker damn narcissist and all that type of stuff. You know, we just be thinking they love us and want to be around us all the time, and until we see their bad side, and then you know you
Mhm.
like, damn, what's going on? We were just
So,
but
so what I've had to do was, because you always, to me, everything is like a learning experience. It hurt, but what part did I play? And so let me tell you how to stay um strong and not proof. Your boundaries, your boundaries, your boundaries have to be up there, because what happened was I was looking for love. I was looking for to be loved, and so he played it like he was like this is what we were going to do. But I let him cross some boundaries, because that's the first thing that they're going to try to do, is to see how strong your boundaries are. If your boundaries are really really strong, then what's going to happen is they're going to leave you alone. But if you even waver just a little bit, and that could have things to do with your self-healing or your inner child. If you had abandonment issues because my dad was gone, if you had any of those things, you need to heal those things so you could be not proof. Because what's going to happen is, once they see that they cannot get their way with you, they're gonna move on. But Coleslaw, that's right now, she
Mhm.
is very trauma bonded. She is very trauma bonded because she has been triangulated against male for years, and she has wanted to be male. And of course, in her mind, Martel allegedly was this provider. He appeared to be this good man that loved his family, and he was this really good provider. She did not know that Mel was the provider. So she's thinking, if I could just be with him, if I could just win him. And that's another thing. We as women have to stop thinking that the next woman is our enemy, and that this man is really worth winning. Because if he's cheating with you on her, he is not a prize. And you can't. And so when you have strong boundaries, so I'm going to segue into this other story. Met this guy, went for a walk, and listen to your inner body, not your mind. Your brain and your eyes can be fooled, but your body cannot. And he triggered me so bad that I was like, yeah, I can't do anything but be a friend. Take care. See you later. Fast forward, right, DDM? Fast forward last year, he beat and pistol whipped his girlfriend.
And did.
Left her for dead.
Yep. He did.
So I'm telling you, and that's like a narcissistic rage. If they can't control you, then they're going to try to beat you. And think of this. One of the main things of a narc is they are unable to regulate their emotions. They're a toddler, so they can't regulate their emotions. You know how your toddler cries, or sometimes because they can't tell you how they feel. Well, think of a grown person who can't regulate their emotions. So what I'm going to do, if I'm having a bad day, I'm going to shit on the person that loves me the most, and give them that energy. And then they're going to get in the mud with me, and we're going to argue back and forth. And now I done regulated my emotions. Now I'm going on outside and going to have the best day because you took care of that for me. So then if they can't regulate their emotions and they can't get what they want, then they have a tantrum and they become physically violent. Not all of them, but most of them. So when you see a lot of domestic violence, that is a person who is probably either bipolar or narcissistic. And those are the two things you absolutely want to stay away from. So have your boundaries strong. When that guy is sending you that good morning beautiful text, but you don't hear from that joker the rest of the day, that is not the person for you. That is love bombing. When they are trying to make you feel good, because notice they don't ever really know how you feel. They say, how was your day? But they don't really care, so they don't listen. And one thing that they don't do is they don't remember well. So they don't remember who they told what lie to. And they don't remember the last lie they told about themselves. And if you shut up, and I know we as women don't like to shut up, but if you shut up, they will tell on themselves. They will tell you when you meet them who they are. And it's your job. It's your job to get away from them.
That's true. That's 100% true. Because if you let Martel talk, he always tells you exactly what he gonna do, how he gonna do it, and when and where he gonna do it. He said last night, I don't want to say nothing good about her. This interview is to make her look bad. Period on period. He didn't even waver from that.
He didn't.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Like he said that out of his mouth. His intents were wicked and evil.
Right.
And I would have that information right to a damn court.
Immediately.
Because I thought you were supposed to be wanting to co-parent with me.
That part. And I just seen somebody's comment that the chat is going so fast. And I know they said that those documents were on Tasha K's website and she didn't do her due diligence or what have you. But I hear you. But I think, I believe that he is so manipulative that would be something he would want to get out. I mean, why wouldn't you block that stuff off with a Sharpie or with anything before you start giving them to bloggers or whatever?
But why wouldn't Tasha K do that?
Tasha K is messy.
At the least. At the least.
That part.
And see, we don't think that diabolical, but think about it this way. He hurt her because now she got to get all of her lawyers to do all this work. So he's kind of monopolized her day, her evening.
Yep.
You know, it's the end of the day. We're settling down, and look what he did. He dropped a bomb. So now her lawyers have to run and work. So at the end of the day, he at home smiling because he's caused this chaos.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
Because he was being dragged all day today on the internet.
Yep. And so tomorrow he's gonna be really showing his ass tomorrow because when they do something bad, they just be like, oh, yes, they have the best day. He gonna sleep like a baby tonight. You know how they say how you sleep tonight? With a fan on. He gonna be sleeping really, really good tonight because of what he did to her today. He doesn't care who he used or who was what is it when it's the bomb? He don't care who else got hurt in it. He don't care.
The casualties.
That's right. He doesn't care about the casualties because look what I did. Look what I did. And one of the things that my narc used to do was I did no contact. So that means so he couldn't follow me on social media. Like when I did no contact, I did no contact. He still tries to pull me in to either argue or to because the one thing a narc hates is to be ignored. They could take your anger, they could take your happiness, because in order to be mad at someone, you have to acknowledge they exist. But if you ignore them, then they are like, how dare you? And it's like a kid stomping up and down, falling out on the floor because I can't get my way. So he mailed stuff to my house. And I mean stuff to my house. I don't mean just mail. I mean packages to my house. DDM laughing because she know.
Yeah.
He had stuff come here. Like to this day, stuff still comes to my house. I don't tell people, but to this day, I'm gonna say it again. To this day, stuff still comes to my house that
he's hoping she'll pick the phone up and say, "You got mail here," and that'll be his way, his door, his little way in to be able to open the line of communication.
Because let me tell you about empathetic people. We like to give people chances, and we like to say, oh, he's probably all right. He's just having a bad day. Or we like to say, God said turn the other cheek, because, when you're religious, you believe God said turn the other cheek and give him another chance. But when you're dealing with a narc, it is no, absolutely no. You cannot show someone who is compassionless compassion. They will never get it. And one thing my mom said to me the other day was like, yeah, you break up, you move on and stuff. You just wish them well. And DDM laughed at me because I said, I don't wish him nothing. Nothing. See, that's what they take advantage of, that we're nice and we're going to be nice and we're going to extend that gratitude and we're going to extend that kindness. Stop extending that kindness. People know what they are doing. They just hope you don't know what they're doing.
That's true.
You don't owe them anything. So why would I wish you kindness? I don't wish you bad, but I'm certainly not going to wish you kindness either.
And you can tell because that's how Martel do Melody. Because Melody have a very sweet spirit. And she's helpful and nice and giving and kind. And he thought that was always going to be for him. He never was going to have her say, no, that's it. I'm done. Because he would say, you would do that to the father of your 4 children?
As if he didn't have her in court trying to take the same 4 children from her ass.
Right.
But look at all the laundry list of things he's done to her.
I know.
And that's another thing. They don't think they do anything wrong. So
that's what he said, Tracy. Like, that's exactly what he said at that table with her.
Yeah.
16 18, maybe 17 days after it was revealed that he had shared that revenge video with his old hoe. And he talking about some, I don't do anything to you.
Yep. Because in his mind, he's not doing anything wrong. It is no bar low enough that what they will sink. I'm telling you, for the last year and a half, the bar is hell, basically. So if you want to deal with them, you got to go to hell with them, and they still not going to understand. And this is why it's multiple narcs in prison, because they don't think the law applies to them. And I know you've ever seen a video, YouTube video, where this person did this horrendous stuff, and then they're in court, and then they're getting ready to get sentenced, and then they fall out because they can't believe what just happened to them. Like the guy that just jumped the thing for the judge.
Oh yeah,
it was his third offense of assault. And how did he think to fix this? He wanted to assault the judge. So it's like they do not.
Mind, he ain't do nothing wrong.
Did you hear when he was describing his father and his brothers being in jail? His brother being in jail, like, I mean, he trying to get out. I mean, and my daddy, like, you know how they do black men.
Yeah. So let me say this.
But that get 20 years for marijuana.
Yeah.
Got caught with that shit over 20 years of time.
One thing that I have learned that I make sure is to not project my beliefs and my feelings to someone else. And the way I say that is because at the end of the day, that a narcissist's brain does not function the way that our brain functions. And I'm using our loosely by the assumption that we all think alike. So say in our brain, we go from A to B to C to D, right? In our thought process, they go from A to C to B to C to A to D. So I say that to say no amount of reasoning will ever work. They will never understand your side because they don't even have the capability to look beyond themselves. Everything in their world, every day, all day is them. And you need to be able to see the other person to even understand the other person's side, but they can't do that. So to just try to talk to them and reason with them, you wasting the good breath God gave you. Trust me when I tell you. So trust me, he doesn't understand any of that tonight. He didn't do nothing wrong. He don't understand what everybody upset about. Like, I'm telling you, the disconnect. And then if you ever ask a narc something, and it's just like you can really see they can't compute. They don't understand it. They've never seen it before, so they don't have a response for it because their stuff is learned behavior. So they'll have a blank stare. DDM will tell you, they'll have a blank stare and look at you.
I would ask her, I would say, well, what did he say when you said you didn't like this and you didn't like that? She would say, he just looked. This was before she knew he was a narc. And I said, he just looked.
He would look like
he just
not compute. I ain't never heard that before. Like, you know? And I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I'm a Virgo, so I give you what you give me. So period. I stopped speaking. So when he tried to hit me with the silent treatment, because that's their number one thing. If they ice you, put you on the silent treatment, don't really talk to you. So then you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Like, what did I do wrong? What's going on? Why are we not talking? Because it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with this dysfunctional motherfucker that's in beside you. And and for them to, and they cannot heal, will not heal. And some of them are self-aware. So they know what they're doing. But I promise you, when you find out how many people they sleeping with and how many people they have love bombed, and then how many people think that this person is the bee's knees, you just be like, you know what? And they cannot change. That's right. I think someone just put in there, they cannot change, because to change, you have to be self-aware and self-reflect. And if you can't be self-aware and self-reflect, that's why they make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. Different players, but they do the same moves over and over again. And all he doing is buying his time and Martel, hoping he gets someone who can match Mel, because Coleslaw can't. And he is upset because he is no longer living the life that he thought he was entitled to. And then the ones we meet, don't get it twisted, because there's some doctors and lawyers and CEOs that's high functioning and making that bread. But mostly the ones we meet and broke. So they on your coattails. You got more than them. Which
that
leads
part.
me to another segue. Never lower your vibration to date a dude. If he ain't matching what you got, he can't. He can't. If he's not on your level, if he don't have a house and a car like you got, then don't date him, because he's using you to come up.
I agree, especially at this age.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think it's a age frame on that, and at our ages,
it's enough.
Yeah, it's the potential and what can be should have been happened before.
Yeah.
Period.
Unless you're a cougar.
Yep. And I tell DDM all the time. Growing up, we were fed wrong information. We were fed things like Disney, that you know, every Disney show, every Disney movie, some prince came and rescued this damsel in distress. I'm here to tell you, you be your own white knight. You can rescue yourself. And then we were taught that, oh, you grow up, you find a man, you get married and have 2.5 kids. Okay, first of all, you do not need a man to validate you or complete you
at all.
The third thing we were taught wrong is that you find a man and you be in love with them and you ride or die for him. No, you don't ride or die for nobody. Because that means we will sit there in the emotional abuse, in the physical abuse, just because we've been there some years with someone. And then they program it through TV and movies, because Baby Boy, he was the biggest narcissist. And you can look at Waiting to Exhale. It's in our music. When I was just listening to Lettucey in the morning when she was like, I don't know what it is about your love. You telling me lies, doing things. Yeah. The first time, I'm going to say it again. You may not know this person is a narcissist, but if he treats you with a level of toxicity, he's not giving you what you need, and if he has you in a state of confusion every day, I promise you, he is not for you. So you need to go the first time, not the second, third, fourth, fifth, the first.
I think that's a big mistake that we make as women, is that we keep giving them chance after chance. Then we be so mad when they don't change. A leopard don't change their spots. They ain't come up with that saying for no reason.
Right, you 82 years old, still dealing with the same mess.
Exactly.
And they don't age well. So the older they get, the worse they get, because they no longer can get the young women anymore. And most of them grow old, ornery, and still narcs. I'm gonna tell you, if he was a narc today, he gonna be a narc tomorrow. And if he was a narc in your relationship, he a narc in that other girl's relationship. I'm telling you, we look at what people. We look at them in their next relationship, and then we think, oh my gosh, he's so much better. No, the hell he ain't.
He was the same way he was when he met you.
There you go. He giving that girl hell.
That's why I said that Mel, like, people keep talking about she bitter and she want him and all that type of stuff. No, she know exactly what these other women is getting.
That part.
So she's not impressed
at all.
If she thought she had lost something, she know how to find it.
I mean, she could have that man back right now if she wanted to. He would go on live and say, I recant the whole interview. I hate you, Slaw. I'm going back home to my wife. Bye.
If she called him right now,
he would leave immediately. It wouldn't even be it wouldn't even be a question. Okay, so it has nothing to do with her being bitter.
Yeah,
He
he's
is.
so hell bent on trying to destroy her. He
Mhm.
don't know that the power that she have over him, she's actually taken over his entire mind. The little bit that he has, she's
Right.
taken over that. That's
I
all
agree.
her.
You know
Yeah.
why? You know why in domestic violence cases, some men, I'm not saying all, but some men killed the person. We always wonder, like, well, what happened? They're
Mhm.
obsessed and they feel like I can't get this person won't talk to me. I can't get them off my mind. So maybe if I kill them, then
Say
that'll get
unalive
them
them.
off
Say
their mind.
unalive them.
Yeah, excuse me, unalive.
That's,
I know that.
that's,
I'm sorry. I
that's
don't
all
want to
right.
get y'all.
That's
But if
okay.
I unalive them, then maybe I don't have to think about them anymore. And that's the thing. Another thing, they live in the moment. So they don't think about what is going to happen tomorrow, about them ending
Mm.
up in jail,
Mm.
about you always hear about a guy got a girl pregnant on his girlfriend, and then he unalived the girl that got pregnant because he didn't want to get caught. And
Mhm.
you sitting there thinking, now everybody know
And you're gonna be in jail.
that
Right.
So
part.
you're not gonna be with her still.
That
Right. So
but
But
you're
this
not
this
even making
another
no sense.
thing. I feel like Slaw
Mhm.
don't understand how much Mel is saving her life right now. Because I
Really?
honestly believe that this, like I said, the state that she has him in, that he's in right now because he's so obsessed with her, she
Mhm.
could tell him to do whatever and he'll do it if she agreed to take him back. He'll do whatever. Because let's not forget, he said, let's run away. Let's go away. Let's move away and get away from everybody. I won't deal with them. Her or that baby that he act like he loves so much. He was
but
willing to just leave all of them.
yeah.
Leave her to fend for her damn self. Even though you got her to the point where she feel like she ain't gotta work. You know she ain't up right up here. So you was willing to do all of that for this baby you come out was made out of love.
Right.
You was gonna love their ass from a damn distance, it looks like.
Mm.
But I think Mel could have, if she told him to do, he would do.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
but
I
here,
wanted to read this comment, but I wanted to have what you know address Pygmisha's real quick, and then
okay.
we'll figure out what else we're gonna do. Hey, read your chat real quick because I want to know what to do about that. Instagram. If he doxed her and then he's trying to lose the kids. He's tired of the responsibility and can't beat her. So now he's ready to abandon them through the courts so it doesn't look like it's his fault.
Yeah.
I can see that, Shine Bright. I really can because he only wanted the kids in order to antagonize her. He ain't really interested in being father of the year. He's not. Martel want his freedom, and he can't afford them. When they come over, those kids break his pockets that 7 days he got them. Break his
He can't
pockets.
even feed them. Talking about some he'll always take care of Slaw. Bitch, you can't take care of your motherfucking self.
Exactly. He. Oh
And he
my
probably
god.
be the one calling, having them kids call Mel for her to send food over there with his broke ass.
Probably.
You can't
Yeah.
even feed all them damn kids you trying to act like you love so much.
Right.
And you got this
Yeah.
old boot mouth bitch in there, and I'm quite sure she probably gets some type of public assistance because, well, I don't know, because we don't be seeing Knox eating suckers and shit no more, Kool-Aid and everything first thing in the morning.
That's true. But that's only because I think she ain't been as stable and she don't come on live like she used to. You know what I mean? What do y'all what you know? What do you think about pygmies? Pygmies.
They're the worst. They're the worst, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we've all had a chapter where we was a pick Misha, and if you said you didn't, you lying. We've
I ain't
all.
lying.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you why they're the worst. Is because they're the first ones on the Kiki Palmer. comments down in her. They're the first ones down in a black woman about when she comes out about an abusive man. They're the worst. They will do anything to get that spot that you're in, and they don't care. The case in point, my ex, he was with her side chick for, she was his side chick for about 20 years. 20 years. I'm gonna say it again, 20 years. And they just, somewhere in them, I'm gonna say this, somewhere in them, they need a lot of healing. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it. And when I say pick Misha, okay, let me explain. When I say we've all been one, we've all wanted to please a man before. We all was in a relationship and we wanted to be that good wife or that good girlfriend to show him that we were a prize, a catch. You know what I mean? You know how a guy gets you and then we doing all these wifely duties or girlfriend duties and we ain't even girlfriend, but we cooking and we doing all this stuff. But it's bad when a pick Misha, when you assist a man to destroy another woman. When you are assisting a man to destroy another woman, and that is the worst thing, because why would you help a man destroy another woman that you don't know? You know what I mean? And I feel like Coleslaw has done everything she could possibly do to be picked. To be picked. And that's why I call her a pick Misha, because she's doing everything she can to fill male shoes, because Martel allegedly sold her this dream that she now wants to be the star in. But he's going to do the same thing he did to Mel to her. And they do get their karma. They do get their karma. And that's why I call her a pick Misha. It's one thing to be with a dude. It's one thing to be a sneaky link with a dude. But it's another thing to help a dude destroy a woman. Because what in the entire fuck is wrong with you? It's one thing to help a man lie to a woman and you corroborate their lies. So you don't have
what he do with you, he'll do to you.
There you go. He will. He will.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, Karma is the most patient gangster ever. I'm going to say it again. Karma is the most patient gangster ever. And DDM laughed at me the other day when I told her I no longer tell people have a nice day. I tell them you have the day you deserve. Because I don't know what you did. I don't know what seeds you done planted. So you have the day you deserve. How about that?
I was like, dang. I said, you don't say have a nice day. She said, absolutely not. I tell them have the day they deserve. Like she said, I don't, like you said, I don't know what, I was like, that's actually kind of a good friend.
And the reason she's quiet, because she now see, oh, this man is hell. Being in a relationship with this man full time is hell. It's a difference in being part-time with a dude that goes home to somebody else. Because of course everything with your sneaky link gonna be roses, but it's a whole nother thing when now you front and center, you full-time. Cause oh my gosh, what the entire hell?
Yep. Listen, one of the things I wanted to mention now that we talking about them being in this full-term relationship and this interview last night, I don't know about y'all, but it bothered my soul the way he responded to Tasha K's question about Paris. He have nothing for that girl. He was like, I'm not her stepdaddy.
Yeah, he was like, what the hell? No,
He said
her stepdaddy.
Disgust. Yes.
The look that speak on it.
Disgust. And then it was like he didn't even include her when he said when he took care of his family or his kids. You know, he never, now mind you,
He said she has a father.
Yeah, she has a father. Now, coleslaw includes his children when she talks about her family. When she called herself this and Mel, we over here taking care of our 5 kids. Da, 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 da. When he says 5 kids, that's what he means. But they got 6 because she has a daughter that she had before she met him. He almost got like a look of hatred. Like he doesn't like this young lady. And that is scary to me. I don't like
He
that.
don't
I
never
don't
need to
like
be
how he
around
talks
her
about that.
another day in his life.
Huh?
He does not ever in his life need to be around her again.
Ever. Ever. He don't like
I didn't like
her.
that. That
Me
look
neither.
that was
Me neither. He have no love, no nothing for her daughter. Nothing.
but she remember she said that too before. She said that he don't know her daughter like that. He don't be around her like that. And that is so fucking strange because you've been messing with him for damn near 10 years. So that means you would have been around her for like since she been like 2 or 3 or some shit. And you
Mm-hmm.
haven't built any type of relationship with my damn daughter. Like I know you somebody else's husband, but you the man up around here.
Right.
He said that she was his other woman.
Yeah.
So you wasn't doing nothing accepting like nothing with her child?
Right.
No, he was not. He doesn't.
Mm-mm.
What? Unless he needed it for a photo op. Now, if she was famous, if the
I
kid
think he
was
was mad that
famous,
her daddy posted that picture of him.
mm-hmm.
What picture?
Remember that daddy posted that picture of him at Paris's birthday party, but he failed to go to his own damn kid's party.
Oh,
Remember that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he was pissed at that daddy for posting that. But also, I'm thinking back to the story that was out about him and her at that school. Remember when they said CPS had to go to the school to talk to her?
Yes, I remember that. I
I
remember
wonder,
that.
was that true?
I'm starting the way he reacted last night. That man ain't got no love for that girl's baby. And I'm like,
And
he
usually,
can't be
like
around me.
narcs like that don't act like that toward girls. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Right.
want to be a charmer to all the girls. They,
Right.
they want all the girls to love them, even the
Yep.
little girls. So they, if Slaw act up, he can be like, look at your mama acting up, and
Exactly.
still have her in his corner.
Right.
How old is she?
I think
She
she's
like 12 or
12.
13.
She's 12 now. Yeah. He been in her life since she was 3 years old.
But
Right?
they only want to be. If she has a father, and if she has a father that's very present in her life that
She
she
does.
thinks the world of, then he can't use her, and he almost will resent her if she is taking his time from her mother away from him. So I keep telling y'all, they don't think like that. You are either something to get over or to roll over, or they just don't care like we care. And again, we're thinking how a empathetic person would think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You got to remember, he don't like nobody, not even his own kids, and he pretend with them. So he damn sure ain't gonna pretend with somebody else's kid, because
That part.
so
I ain't even think about that.
like, mm-mm.
No, Paper Chase, he don't like his boys either. And I got proof of that in the court documents. I just don't say it on my public YouTube channel because it's the children. But yeah, he got a problem. Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
And if
Um,
and they're not the. He seems to be one of the narcs that does not know how to act socially. You know,
okay.
and so that means if he doesn't know that, doesn't have any boundaries, doesn't have any emotional maturation, he's liable to say anything or do anything in front of anyone, and especially if it's no cameras around. And
Mhm.
and I'm saying that very loosely. You know what I mean? So it could have been an inappropriate joke. It could have been an inappropriate, you know, some type of vibe she got or something he did. And maybe the dad just is not with it. He's not with it. He's not with, you know, so.
Well, no one likes Martel. And I mean, because Bedbug can't even show Paris on social media. And I actually think that's where he got the idea to ask the judge to keep his kids off of social media is from Paris' dad, because he forbade uh Bedbug or Slaw from putting Paris on social media, because she'll talk to her, you'll hear her in the background, but she will not come in that camera. She won't let her. So I think that her real dad got an order that she cannot be on, because she was coming on and having breakdowns and stuff, and that little girl would be right there in the camera. It was just very inappropriate, the stuff she was saying in front of her, just all of that. So listen, y'all, in case y'all just coming in the room, y'all know why we went live. It's because that weirdo has somehow, to me, I think it was planned. I think he gonna try to act like, oh, I didn't know, but I think it was planned, because I think he's that diabolical. But he doxed Mel, and her team is on it. I dropped the link in the chat if anybody wanted to come up for a few minutes just to give their thoughts and opinions on, the interview last night, and also on, him doxing her. I'll drop it one more time. But listen, if don't nobody want to come up and talk about it, y'all, listen, feel free to leave comments on this video, and then we'll hop on out of here. So I'm gonna drop it one more time, and let's get it. What y'all thinking?
I'm still like
Shocked.
yeah, like just when you think like he didn't had enough, like he just won't stop.
No,
And
he
also
won't.
too, when things happen to narcs, it's other people's fault. So like if a narc
Always.
put their hands on you and you call the police, they be like, well, she got me arrested. So if he really did get fired, let's say he did get fired, in his mind, that's Mel's fault.
Yep. Her and her fans.
Not
As if
what
she can
he
control
did.
any of the fans.
Right.
Mm, 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 mm.
Hey
What's going
L'Oreal.
on, L'Oreal?
Hey y'all, Trav. I'm working. I'm listening to y'all in the background. So say it again for the people in the back who have missed it like me. He done doxed up. What he doxed? What happened?
He gave it to Tasha K. It's a court document that has her address and everything on it that Tasha K had on her website.
On
Nothing
the
was blacked
website,
out.
it was blacked out.
Nothing was blacked out.
It was on the app.
It was on her app.
That Negro there.
I don't know if she removed it, but it was on her app.
See, that's why he got arrested down there trying to go get a copy of a document now. You see what I'm saying? The Lord know what he doing. You too busy trying to run around here with a folder every single place you go. And
You see
wonder
how
why he
curled up them
steady
papers
broke.
was?
They crumbled and rumbled. He done been everywhere with that packet of
Everywhere.
paper. Everywhere. That's why I say he probably rode his bicycle to the reunion with them darn with that fold up underneath his arm. Like, bro, get you a life. You in
Carry
that
them
time.
papers everywhere, huh?
Yeah, and them receipts was so bad. That's the best you could do. That's the best you could do with the receipts. The way they to me the interview was a flop. Let's just start there. The interview was a flop. He got up there and regurgitated the same stuff he been saying for how many years?
Yeah.
For how many years? And
Yeah.
then once as far as the receipts, I saw a little bit of it on Tasha K on the app, but I didn't get to no text messages or the stuff. But the stuff in the garage, baby, that's what you had for your receipts. that she almost threw a tree at you. She had to be big mad to throw a tree now. I said, where the tree come from?
Yo.
And why
But
they had that little
still,
Charlie Brown Christmas tree at that? I thought it was a little plant.
girl,
That
Priceless
was one
girl.
of them
But this the
office
thing.
plans.
She
Oh,
almost,
okay.
she
Yeah.
almost did. And the only lick that she threw looked like she just swatted for him to move, to quit recording her. She hit the phone. Where was it at that she was trying to take you? Like, it looked like she was just getting you back up off her. Like, going on.
He
But
had
anyhow, like,
antagonized
that
her
stuff
first.
so old. It's so old.
Yeah. It's
Ooh.
old, it's ignorant, and you can tell if you read the comments under the neighborhood talk, the shade room, uncut, all the places, they are dragging Martel by his elf ears. You hear me? They're dragging him.
Oh, they should. They should
Yes.
drag him because
They
that was
and that's
just
why he made it.
a
So
flop.
let me read Uppity comment real quick. She said, I thank your guest for coming to share her knowledge with us. I am sorry that she had to go through life's course on narcs because many women don't survive that kind of tribulation. Absolutely. Thank you, Uppity. Yeah.
And she
What
also
you
made a
feel,
hashtag. We got to get narc proofed.
period. Period.
Girl.
Okay. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome to the panel. What's
Hi,
going on?
how you guys? Now,
Hello.
hi. Now, Tay, I always watch you guys, but I never come up. But Tay, let me tell you, I only watch Women of the Jury from juror number 22.
Period.
Period. Period.
That's what's up. Okay. 22.
Yes, but I have to tell you guys this: my heart hurts for Mel and those children
Yeah.
and her mother. This is like I'm older than her mother, and my
Mhm.
two boys are older than Mel. So I'm looking at this through a lens of a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even though I have sons, I don't have daughters, but I have daughters in love. And my sons be like, you act like you had them. You act like they yours. And I say, let me tell you first and foremost. First, I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm a mother. That's the way it goes. And women, and girl, I put something on Martel's page. I wrote a novel and I put it in all caps and I told him off. I wanted to say so much more, but woo, I didn't want that knocking on my door. But
Right.
this is so hurtful. And now we see why Tasha K is always getting sued or always in
Mm-hmm.
trouble. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just speak it like this. I don't even care if first of all, people that don't like Mel don't even know her. They
Mm-hmm.
don't like her because either they were side chicks or something else or whatever and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you not, even if you don't like her, how can you not have respect for a woman that this man wanted to see her crumble? And you know how good God is, because look at this. Look at where Mel and Martel's life was as a couple. As soon as God gave her the okay to drop him, she soared like an eagle
She did.
and went farther than what she did or could have did with him.
And
That
she started off from zero because he stole
yes,
everything as per the video he put out. He took
yes.
everything. That girl
Where's
ain't
that
have
video where he
nothing.
wouldn't let her get her furs and stuff? Where
Her
that video
and
at?
the kids' beds.
And the kids' beds. He
Remember,
took
she was
everything.
she was sleeping in an apartment and restarted over before she got her house.
Yep.
And this is here's what I said to him. And this is what pisses me off when other women, and I'm just gonna say it, y'all shut me up if you need to, but this is what pissed me off with other women. I don't give a dog about what men think, but this is what pisses me off with women. When you see everything that this sucker did to her,
Right.
Martel told her from season 1 that come bucket satisfied him.
He did.
Everything he has right now, the life that he is living right now is the life he chose.
He said he was satisfied with it.
He said he was satisfied with it. And then people try to, when she said that, I was like, I've been watching this since season 1, when they first came, because my son is an alumni of that school, and one of my good friends. And my son told me, because my son is whatever the fraternity junk is, he told me that she was known for doing his homework.
See?
Like he was nothing. This boy can't read, can't write, can't nothing. And we don't
You
even
can
have to
tell
look
because
that
he
far.
can't pass that licensing test. And got
Open
every
book.
excuse in the book as to why he don't have his own license.
Open
And that's why
book.
he wanted to teach special ed.
That's why
Open
he's
book.
special ed.
That's the
And
only
we don't-
class he could teach. And
And
probably
you know
was a
what?
student in there thinking he was
Yeah,
teaching.
I think he was an aide.
A
I don't
student
think he was
teacher.
no teacher. I think he was a student teacher. I think he was an
Oh,
aide
like
in
an
there.
aide. Okay.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah, for
teacher's
2
aide.
years, he was an aide.
He was an aide.
Yeah.
How can you be a teacher? Look, when I first graduated from college, I was a teacher. I went on scholarship. Didn't want to be a teacher, but they was giving incentives if you got your teaching credentials.
Right.
We have to write lesson plans. I can't see Martel writing his name
At all.
at
At
all.
all.
And we don't even have to know him. We don't even have to know him. We could just look at his mama and let her talk. And we know what came out. And it's sad to say that, but I'm just saying it. It's so hurtful. And as a woman, if you don't even have to like her. Don't even have to like her. Just take her out of it and be a woman and be a mother.
That part.
Just be a woman and be a mother. And just be like, I swear I want to punch him in his throat.
No, seriously.
But they keep on saying too that all this because he cheated on her. He didn't just cheat on her.
He didn't. This
It was
dude
so much
broke
more.
her down.
Yeah.
Martel abused her emotionally, verbally, financially, sexually, because he could have brought something back to her to have her laying up in the hospital without her kids.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
You know?
very, very true.
And people keep trying to tell, well, she gave him check. She was married to the Negro.
That's what she was supposed to be doing.
That's what she's supposed to do. That's what your vows say. You keep trying till you can't try no more.
Mm-hmm.
Martel,
did you hear what he said? His 3 things was as to why he cheated, because
didn't he say cooking?
he said 1, she didn't cook enough because she was working too much, so she didn't cook enough. So that was one thing. 2, what was the second thing? He said, oh, she wouldn't sometimes we go a whole week without having sex. And number 3, y'all guess what number 3 was?
What?
Slob on that knob.
She wouldn't slob on that little Vienna sausage on demand.
And
like, present one to me and I'll suck it.
Exactly. I want to say something to you guys. You guys tell me if you remember this, because we all know how Cum Bucket is always online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's always talking about what he does to her. She has never once said that he satisfies her.
She has not.
Never once.
Not
and
one
as
time.
tight as his clothes is, we don't even see a pook.
And when we start saying we ain't see one, then we start seeing a little fake one.
Exactly.
Tank stop.
Exactly. In season 1, Mel told Martel that he did not satisfy her in the bed. And the thing about it is like, and you had so many people in your girl. I had to come in and do some and do some teaching on one of them Facebook groups. I said it is clear that a lot of women, and it's sad, and men are in here and do not know the difference between having an orgasm and coming.
And having a baby.
Because remember, do you guys remember what's the basketball player's name? Oh, Allen Iverson.
Yes.
When Allen Iverson's mom had him, the doctors were shocked because it still looked like she was a virgin.
Oh, her cherry wasn't broken.
So people don't understand. Anybody can have a baby. Pump.
That's true.
You know,
that's very true.
But
Weekends with Winnie, do you want to turn your camera off, or are you okay?
I didn't know that his daddy thing was that small.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you okay on camera? If you are, just shake your head.
Like a
Okay, there
needle.
you go. You cut
Yeah.
it
It
off.
probably
You
was
good to
like
go.
a needle. They said the
Yeah.
walls hadn't been touched.
They
Not
said that.
other Iris and Mama being married.
Yep, the doctor was shocked that she was pregnant with him. Like it was, yeah.
Because he ain't even break the cherry. Like you
He
said, that thing was like a daggone thread, a
Mhm.
thread of need.
The doctor was like, "You pregnant? How?"
Yep. It's like,
Your
wait.
hymen is still in
Next
place.
is
What's
them like, "Did you
happening?
stick something up here yourself?"
Mhm. That was like, I was like, wow. When I heard that story years ago,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. So when people are
I
sitting up
cannot
there
believe the cat hadn't been tampered with.
and see with Martel, him being next to Coleslaw, he feels smart.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely does.
He's so proud of himself around her.
Mhm.
And is.
Something
Let me
he
do
can't
super
do
chat
around
real quick,
Melody.
y'all.
Because she know how dumb he is. She know he can't spell his name.
But do you guys see?
No, she think he's smart. Coleslaw do.
No, I said something he can't do around Melody. He can't act like he's smarter because she knows she dumb. He dumb and can't
Oh
spell
yeah,
his
that's
name.
why he's so mad with her, because she can see him. She can see him, so he big mad with her. That's why it was hard for
She
him to
know
say
the real
Melody.
him.
You know why he's mad with Mel? Because all those years she covered him. She
Yes.
Yeah,
seems like he was the lead. She never told him
exactly.
he did not have his business. What are they called? The builder's license. She
Yeah.
always made people think that he was the head.
Yes.
She never, and she still didn't tell nobody. Remember, it came out that he didn't have his license. She
Yeah.
still
He
didn't tell nobody.
told.
He told.
Most
And
of the stuff he told himself,
Yeah.
but he blames her for getting dragged for it. But he told most of his own business, because
Mhm.
Mel's been pretty tight-lipped about Martel and his shortcomings.
Do
She
y'all
really
know
has.
holding on to that book that she wrote? Remember,
Mhm.
her book was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
She's
I-
been holding
I-
on to that
For
book.
her kids, I think. I think it's for her kids, Miss Jennifer.
But you know what? Her kids are preteens now. You don't think they know what we know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they know. They know. But as a mother, her sitting in that seat, I can only imagine how hard it is. And she's
Right.
just coming out the storm to the point where she can breathe a little bit. So now she can probably start making different decisions. But I mean, this
I-
girl has been literally dealing with him. He's the main demon, and then his demon flying monkeys for like
Hey,
the last 14
now-
years. Y'all,
now
let me get this
So
super chat
remember,
real quick. Let me get this super chat. Weekends with Winnie. Thank you. I see you just came to the panel. Thank you so much for the $10. She said, Tell and Slaw blame the show and Mel for Slaw's reputation. I'm sure Paris's daddy used it all in court, and that is why Martel feels that way about Paris. Mel and Paris's dad need full custody. Absolutely. I 100%
think
That's what
Martel,
she need to do. She need to link up with him.
I think Martel feels that way about Paris because he just doesn't like her. Martel doesn't like himself. Martel
Yeah.
doesn't love his own children. He
Yeah.
doesn't know what love is. And now, because of everything he's doing, Mel is going to have to set those kids down and talk to them.
Yeah.
Because they in school and just like we in here talking, it's other
right?
parents, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's the sad part. He keep forcing her hand.
And you guys remember the time he had Tank write down Mel's charge account
I
number?
think that was him. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that was him.
I
Yeah.
It was.
absolutely
He had
think that
Tank do
was
it.
him.
Tank told her. She asked Tank why was he doing that, and
Yeah.
Tank told her, "Dad told me to do it."
Oh, that's
You know,
a
So
shame.
that's not good for those
I
kids.
hope that they get him and Tasha K doing this live. I just hope the police busting in, grab them both.
Honey, Cardi B gonna get Tasha K. Her
Oh
and her
yeah,
attorneys
she's
ain't
done.
playing.
Yeah,
They done
DOJ
found
on
them
her
offshore
already.
accounts. I heard it. It's a wrap. Y'all,
Did-
let me let Miss Gelberg get in here and say something
Oh,
real
somebody
quick,
named
and then Miss
her.
Pamela, you next.
Not
Okay.
Miss Jailbird.
Miss Gelberg.
Hey y'all, hey,
Hey, Keontae.
how y'all doing?
Good. How are
We
you?
doing good, sis.
I'm good. Now y'all know last night in the chat I was cutting up, child was screaming, I
You was
was
in Patreon. You
cussing.
can do what you want to do.
I was so livid last night. Oh my God, if I could go through the screen, I would have choked. Martel myself.
Yeah.
But okay. So we know the last time when AC met up with Tasha K.
Hmm.
Remember, Tasha K forwarded that information over to Mel. Okay. So what would it make me feel the same way this time? Because you forward the information the last time, and you could tell Martel don't think because Tasha K was telling on herself in the interview what she had did with Mel, and I don't know if he just dumb and he don't remember. Mel just outed Tasha K a couple of months ago about her sending the information, and she said that I was aware that you aided and abetted and you assisted in that information happening. So for me, for Tasha K to do it the first time, what would make me feel like this time? She didn't do it either. And Tasha K was telling on herself in the interview because she was still giving Martel she was really showing love to Mel in her own little way, but she was outing him. She was making this fool tell on himself, and the whole time he's telling on himself because she kept pouring in that glass. Okay. Tasha K did not drink anything. She sipped it, but she never drunk anymore. She was having Martel to tell on himself.
I think she was just putting that cup up to her mouth and wasn't really drinking it. And he was so drunk, he can't even hold his damn liquor, let alone a shot.
Spot on. And then the next thing was, I feel like y'all see that outfit Mel had on. I feel like that outfit Mel had on was after she did a scene. And if you guys go back in season 1, you remember when she went and met with that accountant? She had on that dress. So, and I think it was that flower dress that she had on because she had two different versions of it. She wore one when she went to Kimmy's wedding at the bridal shower, and then she wore the same type but a different color the day that she went to meet with that accountant. And she was talking to him about, leaving Martel. So I felt like when she was arguing with him, that was after she went and met with that accountant.
And he had probably moved that money over, or she had seen how much he was spending on bedbug and taking care of her with her money.
Right. So that I felt like, him antagonizing her, he had done something to Mel because Martel provoked her in her way. And when you get to that point that you're backed in the corner, it's like that thing, you back me in the corner, I'm going to come out swinging on you and you're going to get it however you choose to get it. Now, the other thing is, I'm going to go back to the reunion that just aired, part 3. All season, Carlos Nim played in our face about Mel was saying that he's been like harassing her, wanting her to be back with him. He doing all this shenanigans. Meanwhile, you have scenes of Martel telling people this information, right? Why you wait until the reunion? And this is how I know, Carlos, you are grimy, you sneaky little dirty dog, you. He did not have to air out. Well, that's the reason why I beat your ass that one time.
Exactly.
Why did you play the whole scenario so we could understand why she said what she said to him? And I'm pretty sure it was more to, you was doing some mess to me. Okay. And so I did this to you. And so production was still grimy. And they played that in our face. And after that, he took that mess and he ran with it. And ever since, me and crying silence. Martel, you not only that, you've got on the internet where we seen you do things to your children. Okay? We seen it. So I'm confused as to how all these people that are around her, nobody is out here speaking about the mess that he's done. And then Like he pissed me off when he was talking about sugar mama because
Oh
you were
my God. I
making
was
the
like, don't do it,
illusion.
Marcel. Do
You was
not do it.
making the illusion to
Yes.
people
He
that,
was being
oh, that
passive
may not be
aggressive.
my baby. And
He was
it's like,
being passive or fucking aggressive.
yes,
Yeah.
why would you sit out? Why would you put that out in the atmosphere to make people think that you are? That's how we know that you told these cast members this mess too, along with Destiny. Okay?
Mhm. Yep.
And he's saying that, oh, he's blaming it on a friend. I highly doubt that it was Dusty Dan. I kind of feel like maybe production kind of leaked it and told her as well. And he decided, because Martel loves to point blame on everybody else,
Mhm.
but he won't ever take any accountability himself. And then I also feel like, y'all don't get me, but I'm about to say it, okay? I also feel like in that interview when he was talking about his mama and her being in and out of jail, no shit, y'all don't get me. I was like, I wonder if Miss Marlene had him while she was in jail.
He was talking about his daddy being in
But
jail.
didn't he say in the beginning, and I could be wrong,
I
I
don't
thought
know,
that
but
he
yeah,
made it seem like his mom had been in trouble as well.
you might have a point there. I don't know, because when he was going down the whole line of history, they only seemed like he was reciting criminal records.
Right.
Mhm.
And so him out there putting like, oh, hope this, hope that. And I'm thinking like, boy, if Mel could go back and add her name on, bruh, she definitely will. And it's like anything dealing with Mel, Martel just loved. That's the same thing how he's out here saying, where who's gonna want her with 4 kids? Well, let me be very clear to you, because y'all all know I work in a hospital setting. Let's be very clear. We run across women that got multiple baby daddies, okay? And they
Mhm.
beat that one man, and I'm not talking about no 3 kids, no 4 kids. I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 kids.
Mhm.
And them men is taking them with all of them and claiming all the kids as his kids and that woman as his wife. So for
Mhm.
you to sit up there and put out the illusion, and a part of that is something with the black community, because some black families, we all got some that be like, ain't a man gonna want you with all them kids. Why not? So you
Right.
don't think that I deserve love? And just because I had a baby by you doesn't define that you own me. Because the same way I found you, I'm gonna find me somebody else that's greater. You're just upset, Martel, because you lost your legacy. Everything that Mel said that she was going to do, she is doing it and then some. And she probably sitting there beating herself up, like, damn, I should have left this nigga a long time ago, because I would have still had all my money in the bank. And Martel stole more than that $50,000. He stole a lot more
It was
money than we.
150. Mel said on that thing last night. She said $150,000.
Yes.
Where is
And
it,
then
Martell?
And then everybody's like, oh, look at it. She already had admitted to she sprayed the house. She said it. And he's so
But he said
stupid.
it too. He said
He
it before too.
said it. They both said that she sprayed the house. It's like, okay, so what's the deal? And he still got all the furniture that she sprayed. So what's wrong with him?
Right. That stuff probably stinking.
Right.
Keon said,
Right.
let
Why
me
do you still have that stuff? Like I said, Miss Money better not come over there trying to smoke a square.
I
And
know
he's
one
moving it from
he's
house
gonna
to
come
house
right
to
as
house, and it smelled like lighter fluid.
wet.
Even if it was just if Mel had replaced it with oil.
Right. Or like you said,
Mel came in that boy with 50 cents worth of
yo,
gasoline.
she was not playing. She was like, "Oh, today's the day. Today is the day." Let me
Where
let
is
Pamela
the
get in here real
money?
quick. Miss Pamela, what you want to add to the conversation?
I wanted to talk a little bit about a knock because I had one, and I had to
Okay.
literally fight for my life. And if it
Really?
wasn't for my daughter coming in on the time she was supposed to come in at 9 o'clock, I might have been dead, because
Oh,
a friend spotted me in my room on the floor and him on top of me beating me. And I believe he had to have beaten me unconscious at that time. And when she told my daughter they fighting in there. And my daughter looked and went and got a butcher knife. She was stabbing him in the back. She stabbed him a good 6, 7 times in the back, and he didn't even know it. This is how he was so much out of it. And when he did realize she was stabbing him, he got up off me and he threw her into the wall. And when she hit the wall, I heard her scream, and I remember my eyes opening, and I seen him coming up off me, and I came up with him and reached on my desk where I had a curling iron professional. I was a hairdresser at the time, plugged in, and I had a butcher knife because they had been calling me, telling me somebody was coming to beat my. That's what they was. I will tell them to come on, not thinking somebody really finna come.
Right.
And I'm on the phone at the time. My bedroom door got kicked in with my brother, but he was incarcerated at the time. They snatched the phone from me and began to beat me with the phone in my face. And not knowing I'm full of blood from head to toe, all white down the front is now all red. When the girl that came in with my daughter ran in the room and snatched my 3-month-old off the bed and ran it upstairs to her parents. They came downstairs to break it up. When they grabbed me, which I had a curling iron and a butcher knife wrapped with the curling iron in my hand, I was burning them and stabbing them at the same time in between the blades. And as I was burning and stabbing them, I was twisting it and pushing it up on his thing. Because, like, I was out of it.
Right.
So when it was over, I called my friend. I knew I was going to jail. I said, I need for you to come get my kids. Keep my kids. Don't give them to my family. Because my family set me up. My siblings set me up. Same mother, same father.
What?
Because they be believing them when
So
they
you
be
think
telling
they
them stuff
believed
about
it?
you. They be believing them. Your family be believing them.
And they knew he was now he's a good person money wise. Took care of the house and all that. I wanted for nothing. But he still wanted to control me. And like I said, I was a hairdresser. I was making my own money, so you really couldn't control me. But I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with the household money, you know. But I got fed up because he's always in people's face, women's face. So I'd be like, you know, you're always in a woman's face. So he told me he's just like a politician and he got to talk to the people. So I told him, well, I'm like the people. I'm entitled to vote. I'm gonna vote your ass out.
Period.
That's what I did. Then he couldn't take it. So his last things to me was, I'm gonna get somebody to take you out. And I just took it lightly. Not until that Monday when I went to the hospital and I saw the expression on the doctor's face and how they ran up to me, did I know that I looked at like the elephant man, because I never stopped talking. That weekend, my friend and her husband took me to their house. Her husband put a chair at the front door and he sat in it. He woke up their oldest son, made him sleep in a chair at the back door so I wouldn't leave, because I was going back to burn the house down. I was going to get some gasoline and burn the bitch down.
I know that's
I'm
right.
that. And I told nobody go to sleep in this motherfucker. But they held me in there. Monday, I called a friend that worked at the city. And I told him what happened. So he told me, come in. He had a friend that's a cop here calling me. When I walked in City Hall, people staring at me. I never saw myself. Never changed my clothes. I never looked in a mirror. I never stopped talking till I got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital and I finally stopped talking, my jaws, everything was locked up. I couldn't talk no more. I had to start writing. And I explained to them what, I had did. I took the weight. I didn't mention my daughter stabbing them. I took the weight for everything.
Right.
And they called around to the hospitals. They found out the hospital that he had went to. One of the nurses told the police that all he kept saying while they was working on him is, I shouldn't have did that. She didn't do anything to me. They said he just kept repeating that.
You probably was
And
delusional.
Once they left him, he ended up walking out. They didn't pick him up till 4 years later. But in the intro, I had to go through the battered shelter. They got me a lawyer. They got me and my kids a place to stay. Set up everything. Just left my whole house, never went back for nothing. And sort of like Mal, but I didn't come out as good as Mal. But my friends helped me out with a lot.
Yeah.
And You can't underestimate
No,
where he is right now. He dangerous.
I
I
agree.
feel it. He dangerous to Mal and them kids because these pick-me's that think that Mal's the better person and doing everything to him that is not him. These
Mhm.
are the ones that's going to go after Mal, thinking they looking out for him.
Mm, 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 mm.
That's why I say you got to watch out because it was pick-me's that came after me,
Right,
entered my
right.
house, kicked my room door in, and by the time I looked up, this guy was mid-air diving on me.
Oh my God, Miss Pamela, I'm just glad you made it out and you made it out safely.
I did.
I know you heard what you know earlier, and she was telling the story of a guy that she met, that she only, mm, just very briefly, they just were sharing and talking, and she had a bad feeling about him, and she just kind of cut off, she said, I ain't really gonna talk to him anymore, and found out that he did almost exactly what you said happened to you to the girl that he ended up meeting right after her, um, because he was just bad news. These guys really think once they get with you that they own you, like you are their possession.
Right.
And that is scary. I'm just really glad you made it out. I'm glad that your daughter wasn't, hurt. I know you was hurt, but you recovered from it. You don't I know you said you went to the batter shelter and all of that stuff, but you don't ever run into him or any of that stuff now, do you?
No, no.
Okay, that's
It
good.
wasn't until 4 years later when they finally picked him up. And at the time, Gail King's husband in our town was the prosecutor. He was the new prosecutor.
Okay.
And then another family member who was a state trooper, and he covered the prisons, any murders in the prison. He covered them. And I sat to the back of the court. And Gail King's husband told the judge that this was a family matter and it's been resolved. And I stood up and said, "Excuse me, I'm the victim in that case and I need to know how it got resolved."
Oh.
And the judge called a recess. And when he came back, he told them, "I advise you to get a lawyer."
Wow. So they was trying to just let it
They
go.
were trying to sweep it under. They had no idea that the batter shelter, the lawyers from the batter shelter notified me he had been picked up and he would be in
Ooh.
court that day, and I needed to be there. When I got there, I just sat in the back when nobody could really see me.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting that to happen. I'm thinking, it's going to be a regular case and he, going to get sentenced or something.
Right.
And I had to stand up and say, I need to know how it got resolved. I'm the victim.
Because
And
that's news to
he ended
me.
up getting 4 years behind it.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Yeah, because they got to serve they got to I'm again, I've been speechless a lot this whole live, but like I said, thank you for sharing your story. Listen, I'm glad you made it out, but that's horrible. I'm sure you super traumatized behind that and probably had to do a lot
Oh,
of
yeah. I had to
How
go to counseling, you know, took my kid through counseling and everything,
right.
because she was 15, and she
Yes.
was stabbing him too.
Your daughter is a hero. She was
Yes,
like,
she
"Get off of
is.
my
Yes, she
mom.
is.
Get
But you
off
know how
my
you said you blacked out, but when you heard her scream, you jumped right into mommy mode. Them eyes woke up and nothing else mattered. You
Right,
Yep,
heard your baby
right,
screaming.
right. I
yep.
never saw myself until after the hospital, and they cut my
Wow.
clothes off, and then I had to go to the bathroom. I had so many knots in my face. Elephant Man had nothing on me.
Oh,
My face was so big, and that let me know why everybody was. I thought they was looking at me because in the front of my clothes was all bloodied up, and it was dry blood,
mm,
But I didn't care. None of that was on my mind.
right.
And then once I saw myself in that, because I couldn't talk anymore, I understood why people were looking at me. And I didn't
Mm,
think my face was going to ever come back, but through the grace of God,
it
it did.
did. It did with a lot of healing, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, over time.
Wow. Woo. This is what we don't want to happen. And I think this is
Right.
why women
That's
pray
why I say
so
with this
hard for
job,
male.
that's really dangerous for her and her kids right now.
We got
Yeah.
Because we
y'all,
got a lot of sick people out there.
y'all
And
know idiot got the kids this week, so we got to pray hard over the weekend to Mel get her kids back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I agree. We have to cover her. We
He
have
got the
to.
kids, and you know, with the you already know what he did, so we got to pray for them kids. We got to
Absolutely.
pray.
I
Because
hope
he's
she can get
unhinged.
them kids before this week is up.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
For
our
what he did. I'm hoping if he does that live with Tasha K, that they go in there and get both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. 100%.
2 or more stand in agreement. It is done.
It is
Yes.
done. That's very true.
Yes.
Lord. Thank
And
you,
then the funny
Pamela,
thing
for
that the
sharing.
lady said about Iverson, it's funny. They live down the street from me.
What?
Right?
That's a
And
small world.
I used to play with him at the casino.
For
and
real. Iverson is fine.
Yeah, he is little though. He's little.
He
I think
is.
he was barely my height.
Hold
But he
on.
always
He
has his
plays
bodyguards. His
basketball.
bodyguards
You
try to
think
talk
he's
to me all the
little?
time.
Yeah, he's small.
Yeah, he only like 5'10". He not a tall basketball player.
He was just quick.
Are
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
he was just
serious?
good. Yeah, he was good, but he's not tall.
Wow. I would
Yeah,
have never
he's
known that. I thought he was like 6'3", 6'4".
I don't even think he's 6 feet. Let me look it up.
Wow.
I
Then that
remember
boy,
his
then
mother
he
would
had
be
to
sitting
be
in the
really good.
stands, corn rolling his hair.
Mel just posted on Instagram of her, you know how they be in the green chair. What is that called? Is that called the green chair?
The oh, you mean like when they doing the confessional looks and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll pull it up so we can see it. It'll make us all
Oh,
feel
he's
good.
6 feet. He's 6 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Which is
Okay,
short
sorry.
for a basketball player.
It is.
Okay, weekend at Winnie's. It's your turn, and then after that it's Lala.
I'm gonna drop down. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you so much,
Pamela.
Miss
Pamela, thank
Pamela.
you so
God
much for
bless
sharing
you.
your story. God bless you.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that I feel as if the best thing for them at this time would be, instead of them going back and forth to court, Mel and Martel, that they get a guardian ad litem, which is an attorney for the children. And by those children having their own attorney, that person will come in and fight on behalf of the children. And they make the decision as to where the best place for the children to be would be. And so it takes it out of the hands of, well, she's trying to destroy my reputation or she's taking me to court. That person, when Tank came home and said, hey, dad did A, B, C, and D, if they had their own attorney, that guardian ad litem, that attorney would step in and say, based on these allegations, that attorney is fighting for those children, rather than the judge having to see whose side he believes or she believes. This is a totally impartial party. And I also feel like Martel is really just destroying his relationship with his children because they're old enough to count. And at the end of the day, when Arion gets online or AC gets online and she's bragging about how many years she has been with him, those children can count and they understand that she was interjected into their relationship before two of their siblings were even born.
They
And
already know that. You heard Mariah screaming out that window, "Get away from my daddy."
Yeah.
So imagine her being around her.
Yes.
Exactly.
And as he tries to force their relationship, he is building resentment in his children for him. And when they see the pain that their mother goes through, he is building their resentment towards him. And whether he realizes it or not, he and Slaw are getting every single thing that they deserve, because at the end of the day, nobody had to know who she was or the depth of their relationship. And nothing negative happened as far as people really even caring until that homecoming post in November of 2019. I will never forget it, when she came online and she made comments about him eating corn with Melody and being with her days before, and that woman was 8 months pregnant. And ever since then, I feel like it shook the earth because there are women who have carried children who have never deserved that level of disrespect. And whether Martel realizes it or not, you defending her being that disrespectful to your pregnant wife will never change anybody's opinion of her or him. That is why people dislike him. It is not the fact that he cheated, it is the fact that he continues to defend the disrespect. And when he did that interview with Tasha K last night, and he was saying that was my other woman, and just all of the foolishness,
Let's clear that up.
It demonstrated to everybody that he would rather defend her disrespect than simply admit at the end of the day, I was wrong, she was wrong. And that's all he would ever have had to say. But to continue to try to tear her down, she's never disrespected him in that way. She's never come out and said, well, if you had better reading comprehension, maybe you could have had a builder's license. She's never come out and said, hey, we were in college at the same time, but you are 4 years older than me. You really couldn't get your shit together until I stepped in and helped you get your college degree. She has never disrespected him the way that he continues to disrespect her. And she has more than enough to do so. And I feel like everybody around him that eggs him on and they laugh about it because they see it. But they laugh at him because he is too stupid to see it. And at the end of the day, Ariane sees it too. And she's only staying with him because she's fighting to be on the show, because she wants to get something out of this, because she set her whole life around thinking she was going to be male. And at the end of the day, she has turned up with nothing. She was a side chick in her first baby father's relationship, allegedly. She was the side chick in this second relationship. And to me, she needs to understand that you're never going to get the level of respect that you want because you don't even respect yourself. To even tell what you were doing in your bedroom, you don't respect yourself. How dare you?
Or your damn kids.
Or your kids. And that's all I had to say. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so
much. And thank you for being patient. I appreciate you. You just dropped some knowledge up here. I did want to say that there is a guardian ad litem in the case, in the custody case that was assigned almost immediately. I think that's kind of automatic now. So they do have one. And I think the brown skin girl was saying that that is who advocated for them to be away from him for those 56 days.
And made the recommendations for the things that he could not do to them.
Yes, like the hot sauce, all the
like make them eat hot sauce or make them eat dish detergent or stuff like that.
Yeah, he was doing some weird stuff, making them finish food till they threw up. Just weirdness. Woo woo. Thank you so much for the $10. She said, ladies, you are doing a good thing. This is healing. Let's cover Mel and the kids with love and will. Thank you, woo woo.
Let's get some hearts and chest pieces in the chat.
Yes. Okay, Lala, you're up.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, Lala.
Hi. How are you? I've missed you, ladies, man. You guys been coming on too late for me.
I know.
Too late. I started a new job, so I'm just like, I just
I
catch
can't.
the recaps. So, but I've missed you, ladies. I've missed you so much.
Oh, we miss you
you
too.
But don't worry, I'm still watching. I'm still getting my views in, so don't worry.
Okay.
I just want to say, let's just give Melody some love and prayer, because prayer and love to Melody and those children, because I'm truly, when I say I'm truly heartbroken, where you can't think it can get worse than this, it gets to the pits of hell. And ladies, I've been saying this for however long I've been coming on your chats and lives. This man is mentally unwell. He's unhinged. He's a sicko. I didn't watch the interview. I refuse to give that Negro time of day. But I have been watching your commentary, DDM, everybody on YouTube. I've been watching it through there because I'm just not
Okay.
giving him that energy and giving that other witch ass cow any type of views. Hell no, not my dime and not my time. I can guarantee you that. But what I saw from there, and I put it in the chat, was a
Mhm.
straight up demon, the same demon that came out in Queen Sheba's interview. But this one
Mhm.
was slightly a bit different. This one had arrogance to him because the one on
Yes.
Queen Sheba's one wasn't arrogant.
Yeah.
That one looked like, he's begging for a lifeline.
Yeah.
This one was
Mhm.
arrogant. Did you see the way he was flexing that God knows Rolex watch and his little gold brand, his
Mhm.
band, and he was just acting
He
with
probably
the way
borrowed that from Tasha K husband.
It wasn't real. It
You
came
know
from
he ain't got
DHgate.
nothing left of value.
he ain't
That
got
came from
nothing.
DHgate. He don't know because he don't pawned all the stuff that was worth anything.
That guy, the way he looked, in Arabic we call them jinn. And there's different types of jinns. There's demons in English. It's called
Mhm.
spirits actually, but in Arabic we call them jinns. And
Okay.
he had a arrogant, egotistical jinn in him last night in that
Mm.
interview when it was recorded. I don't know when. And you
Mm.
can see it the way he was talking. He couldn't keep up with his lies, and there was some lies that he just kept holding back from,
Mhm.
that he was double thinking
And
it. So that's why that interview didn't flow well. Did you not see how it didn't flow? It flopped from one
Yeah.
story to another story to another. And that's
Because
when I
both
realized,
narcs
oh,
were
okay.
narking. Because she's a narc too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was losing her spirit. Remember, she had that giggly,
Yeah.
Martel. I was like, this dumbass chick. You call yourself a blogger? Like, what kind of interview is this that you can't even keep it in line? Because we can't even
Yeah.
follow his stories because this guy's on a roller coaster and he's
Yeah.
trying to drive us mad and give us spirits that he's got. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not watching. I couldn't pay attention to it. But what
Yeah.
the low life that he is, to go after his child like that
Mm.
and to lit up Facebook with these desperate pick me chicks that he wouldn't even look at. He
Right.
wouldn't even drive past them. That's how bad these women look. And he has
Mhm.
the nerve, they have the nerve to go on Facebook and say, well, she does look like the lawyer to me. It's all over
Mm.
Facebook. It's absolutely disgusting
So
about
wait
that.
a minute. Say that again, Lala. You said what's
So,
on Facebook?
okay, so they're talking about Sugar Mama and the
Mhm.
fact that he somewhat denied that's his child. There's
Right.
a post on Facebook by this woman. I don't know who the hell she is, but she's a
Mhm.
bloody pick Misha. And
Mm.
she posted, well, she does look like the lawyer to me. Basically,
Child.
Sugar Mama resembles the lawyer that he was talking about in that interview.
We looked at that lawyer. That sugar
They
mama
don't look
looked just
nothing
like
alike,
me.
even
DDM.
Martel said she looked just like Melody. So how the
Thank
Right.
fuck she look
you.
like the lawyer?
You tell
Right.
me. Because, like I said, his spirits was talking. So
Yes.
clearly his spirits jumped to his bloody pygmishas because they just picked out things nothing from thin air. Because where did you get this he mentioned a lawyer and she was having an affair allegedly with him, right? So how did you put two and two together and say that's his child?
Right.
It's
All
absolutely
that's a lie.
disgusting. The way
Everything
they
that
were
they put out is a lie. It's just like you
oh,
said, it's a disgusting lie. And
and you
I'll
know
tell
what's
you what,
sad?
his kids are gonna hate him.
They already hate him anyway. They already hate him. I
Mhm.
guarantee you they don't want to be with that man. But court
Mhm.
orders, court order, what can they do? But let me tell
Mhm.
you something. Though the women in those chats are absolutely disgusting, and they should be ashamed to call themselves a woman because they
Right.
are mothers on there. They are mothers themselves. And they're talking about a child that can't defend herself,
Right.
and they're talking about a child and saying all of this on social media. So when she grows up and she just types in sugar mama, because she's got a product line, she types up
Mhm.
what's going to come up, that you are damaging a child for no reason, just for clicks and views.
Right. I
There is
agree.
no amount of money on this earth that anybody could do that to a child. No amount of likes and views that can make somebody do that. But the devil, they are evil. They are evil people out here, and it's absolutely disgusting. And this man is beyond low. He is beyond evil. I have been saying it from the jump. He belongs in a mental institute. He should not be on our television screens.
I
He
agree.
should not be given a chance to give interviews. And the only reason that dumbass cow gave him an interview because the bitch is broke. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
And she's being sued. So she wants to click some views. She knows he's gonna lie. She knows his evidence ain't nothing but things that's in from the past that we've seen before. It's been 4 years. 4
Right.
years. When are you gonna give this a rest?
Yeah, and he's still, she cheated too. She
I
cheated. Like, Martel, shut up. No one
I know
cares.
DDM. DDM, you say you spit on him, girl. Spit on him. You're talking about spit. I would kick him in his bald headed face. I would kick him. I would kick him and I would just watch him on the ground. That, and I don't even
Seriously.
believe in violence. I really don't. But that
Right.
kind of guy, he deserves something. And I hope to
Martel
God they
makes you
lock him
feel
up.
violent. Because he does things, he makes you feel violent. Like,
Exactly.
I can see how the most cool-headed person would lose their cool with him because he's a professional gaslighter and a manipulator. And that just, people that are truthful, that just makes you so mad because you staring me right in my face and telling a bold-faced lie. You
And
just
you
want to
know you
smack.
lying.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't understand how did she just post documents with her address, her phone number,
And
her
she's
bank
been a blogger
details?
long enough
And
to
you
know,
exactly, what
to
are you
cover
doing?
that.
And I don't care. Like I'm not saying I don't understand people saying, but she's, maybe did it. No, there's other ways to do it. You could have sent those documents to Melody and said, look, he sent me these and it's got all your addresses and stuff. I'm gonna do you a favor and dox it, but send it to your lawyer. She could have done things behind the scenes. For her
Right.
to do that, she's an evil cow herself. And I cannot wait for her to get picked up and be arrested for her federal crimes, allegedly.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
deserves to be in jail with him.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say, ladies. I'm really irate. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
Not even disappointed. I'm really just angry. I'm
Yeah.
so heartbroken. Like my stomach sank when I heard this because I had no idea, DTM, when you said it. I had no idea.
Really?
I just thought you did a prompt live. I was like, oh, for once I'm on time. And
You know, when we go live impromptu, it's usually with some
It's
tea.
that's true.
happening. It's
That's
something
true.
popping off.
It's
This don't
something
make no damn
happening when
sense.
you,
It
yep, and
doesn't,
No
we
but
sense.
yep.
anyway, I have to go to bed. It's 2:45, but
Oh,
I'm just going to say peace and blessings to everybody.
thank you,
Let's
Lala.
keep
Thank you for
Melody
being
in our
patient.
prayer.
Good
Okay.
Thank
night,
No
you.
worries.
Lala.
No worries.
Thank
I'll
you for
speak
being
to you guys
patient. I
next
love your
time. Take
commentary.
care.
All right, Lala.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Lala. So y'all, we gonna wrap it up here because yeah, we've been on here a couple of hours, actually 2.5. Um, y'all, I guess we'll find out. We'll keep y'all posted on what we hear as far as where they're at with prosecuting dude, because I'm sure there's going to be another warrant. I mean, it makes sense. Something's going to happen. Um, and like I mean, it's a lot of stuff popping off. But the good thing is that I feel like the law is involved and it's stuff happening behind the scenes, whether we know it or not. It's stuff happening behind the scenes. He's not going to get away with this.
Yeah, we just
And
don't. Yeah, everybody just stay prayed up that
yep,
the team of lawyers, the real team of lawyers, is going to be able to be successfully get them kids away from him soon.
yeah,
Okay,
Because he's
very
ruining
soon.
just
their mind.
yeah, keep
He's
that.
ruining
That's
kids.
first and foremost.
He's messing up their mind
Yeah,
emotionally, damaging.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his mess. And yeah, we're over Martell. So
Yeah.
y'all, I don't know if y'all saw up in these comments, but just to remind y'all that Mel put a discount code out and it's for Sugar Mama's products.
I
And
just bought. I just bought last week and went and bought again today just to support Sugar Mama.
oh,
it's
that's what's
on.
up. Thank you.
It's
That's great.
on.
Thank you for the
Yep.
support. That's what we do as millimeters
Yep.
because we show everyone that millimeters are financially strong. We strong out here in these streets. she got a discount code,
Mhm.
and she says she's going to show the proceeds over the 24 hours just to prove how strong her fan base is as far as supporting her. And
Mhm.
it's about Sugar Mama. So if y'all want to go buy some of her products, y'all make sure y'all hit it up. I can't remember what the code is.
It's SUGAMAMA.
Do you know what I mean?
Know what Sugar Mama.
That's
That's the code. That's the discount code.
Page that her posted something. She posted because I put hashtag Sugar Mama and she posted it on her whatever.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, let me show it real quick because I actually got it pulled up. I'm gonna show it. We're gonna take her out, showing her Instagram, and then y'all know we're gonna activate before we leave up out of here.
And I just bought a big box last week and just hit the credit card from husband and did another one.
That's right. We got to let them know we out here. This is why they mad, Miss Jennifer. This is why they mad.
And you know what? My husband is a boxer, so he really can tap Martel.
Look, are y'all in Huntsville? Close. We're going to get up on Miss Jennifer.
We in California, but we can set up a fight anywhere.
Ooh, baby. Y'all.
Y'all look how pretty Mel looks.
She looks gorgeous.
Aww. There she is. That's her.
Okay, platinum. Okay, platinum.
And she wearing that
skin popping.
She is
killing the game. Mel said, while they out here acting a fool, I'm over here making dollars. Stop playing.
I'm looking good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna go to her. She put up the too.
I don't think Maniac is filming.
I don't think he is either. You see how he was like, I ain't filming. Right, we know because you're fired.
Yep. And that's why you acting a fool, because you fired. And look, if you won't fire before that interview, you sure enough fire after that interview, because he threw Carlos under the bus. Well, Carlos didn't know what was going on.
If they don't fire him, Mel should sue the entire production company and own.
Yeah. He got to be fired. After this, he has to be fired. He said out of his own mouth, he don't have any good intentions for her.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
That's
he literally stated what his issues are.
Yeah.
All of this is from the thing over the weekend for the millimeters. And I heard it was a time had. I heard that the millimeters show up and show out. You hear me? Look at this. Mel posted all these pictures. This was all at the after party after the podcast live. So
that's so nice.
Yeah, this is nice. And they said that no expense was spared. She
Look
took
at Miss
care of
Van.
her.
Look at my little sister, Miss Van.
Mama Van looks
Carlos, get your hands off my mama.
Oh yeah.
Put your hands on her.
Y'all are a mess.
Carlos need to be punched too, though. Seriously.
And
He do. He do.
All right, so that was that. Let me get out of here. I think we just showed it all. Let me stop this. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out the door.
You guys are
all right.
You guys,
see you guys in the next one.
Good night, ladies.
Good night. Thank y'all for joining.
Thank you. Guys.
Thank you, Tracy.
Bye, juror number 22.
Welcome, night.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 Activate.
Hold up.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit.